If you're looking to book a cruise or you're thinking about jumping ship into a different cruise line, then our dress code comparison should help you. Hi, it's Linz from Sweet Natured. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, who put the video together. And this is my first time watching. So yes, dress code comparison. Let's see what we can see.
As you said in the introduction, Linz, today we're doing a dress code comparison, and this was actually suggested by one of our viewers.
Okay.
Every cruise line has its own unique sort of take on what they want you to wear in a daytime, in an evening, or at formal wear or parties and such.
Yes.
But we're going to start off by taking a look at the daytime dress code, because despite what a lot of people think, it's all surprisingly very similar.
I guess so. I mean, here I am boarding ships and my outfits are changing, but mainly because of the weather.
Yeah, that's the big change to this, because the cruise ships that we're looking at on this are 6 of the big ones, and yet you wouldn't necessarily know which you were getting on looking at your outfits in these.
Also, my hair is going to go up and down in this video.
It is. It's going to get longer and shorter, and maybe odd different colour as well.
Oh.
But one of the things that really surprised me when I was putting this together, and obviously we've been on all these ships,
Yes.
is in my head I had certain things still where I thought some of them were a little bit more dressy at certain points during the day.
Okay.
And whilst you're looking at all these here, what I've not done in this particular section is separate them to look at the 6 lines, whereas in the evening and the formal wear I have done.
We're looking at 6 lines.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
And that's what I'm trying to get across here, that you wouldn't necessarily know that you're looking at Cunard, Celebrity, MSC, Virgin, P&O and Princess.
Okay.
I may have missed one out there.
Because all the daytime outfits are pretty much of a muchness. It's the weather that's determining what I should wear.
Absolutely. And really, they're all pretty relaxed. Before we'd been on Cunard for the first time, my sort of take on it was that everyone would be much more sort of smarter attire.
Yes.
Not necessarily in a suit and tie, but smarter during the day. And
before 6 p.m.
Yeah. And the reality is, as I say, when you're looking at these videos here, you would probably struggle to pull out which is which cruise line.
Oh, that's Sayona.
That was P&O then. That's only because you recognise the wine flight.
That's QM2 when I got stuck in a hot tub with the sail away.
But when you're looking at around and the people who, obviously there's not anyone in that particular one there, but you look in the background there, everyone's sort of very casually dressed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing for during the day, that it doesn't really matter which cruise ship you're on. The dress code for during the day is very informal.
That top's been relegated to work now.
It's not on a cruise anymore, is it?
No,
it's done a couple of cruises.
It's done a few cruises. I now wear it for work.
Yeah, you might sit on a couple of different sort of little clips on this particular one. But where you sat in there is on the yacht club.
Am I sat in the yacht club? Yeah.
And again, what you would wear in there, you would be equally fine wearing in P&O's main dining room, just as well in Cunard's Golden Lion.
Yes.
Everything sort of just goes. So you don't really have to worry about it. I think a lot of people are overly worried about what they're going to wear all the time. And the reality is during the day, you just wear what's comfortable.
Well,
there are certain requirements, so you can't necessarily go into restaurants or buffets in swimwear.
No.
But there are areas at the side of the pool, like grills, where you can get something to eat at the side of it in your swimwear.
Yeah.
So, and in an evening, generally, most of them don't allow you to wear shorts in the main dining room.
Most of them.
Yeah. But you can go into shorts in the buffets.
Yes.
So it's really just about wearing what you feel comfortable with and not worrying about the cruise line. That's not to say that when the evening comes, it's very shortly, it's not going to be very different. But whilst the sun's setting, would you like to just take a second to invite people to subscribe?
I would love to invite you to subscribe. Thank you, as always, if you have done already.
And you can follow along on all the major social media at Sweet Natured, and have a look at our Facebook group if you've not done that already.
All we do is just try and help, really.
We do. And we want to say a big thank you to the channel members who support the channel as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, here's where it changes. The sun's set and we're in the evening time. So I'm now breaking them down on a per cruise basis.
Okay.
We're looking at the evening wear first of all on P&O. All
right.
The formal wear or parties we're going to look at in a separate section.
Okay.
What's your take on P&Os?
It's smart casual, I feel. I mean, where am I there? I think
somewhere.
Epicurean, I think. It's like a nice event evening wear. You don't have to go crazy.
No, you will see occasionally people getting dressed up.
Yes.
And certainly if they're going to places like Epicurean, which we saw in the background a minute ago, then they will be dressed up a little bit more. If you go into the beach club, like we are there.
I can tell I'm filming.
the quality film in there. Then you're in much more relaxed gear.
I think if you go into a speciality restaurant, what normally happens is on a night that it's not gala night, but then you see someone in some fancy outfits that's quite sparkly and the gentleman's wearing a jacket, you don't think, oh, get them. You go, oh, they're going to a speciality restaurant that evening. Because they do kind of want you to dress up for that kind of occasion.
Well, it's always
if
considered,
not a gala or formal evening.
It's considered more of a date night type thing.
Yeah.
That you'd get dressed up to go to a nicer restaurant on land.
Yes.
So there is that kind of expectation when you're on there. I think P&O is a much more relaxed dress code wise, and you'll see it even late into the evening.
When it's not gala night, yes.
Yeah. But on gala night, you still get a good number of people that dress up.
Oh, you do, and tuxedos and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. MSC.
Okay.
So, my initial thought before I was putting this together, and we did stay in Yacht Club last time we went on there, was that it was much more casual on MSC than probably any of the other cruise lines.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I do. They had like a celebration night and then they had White Night.
Yeah. White Night, we come to them in the formal side of it. That's definitely the closest that they have to a proper formal night where lots of people take part in it.
Yeah.
But during the sort of main part of the cruise, it is very, very relaxed in terms of what people are wearing.
Yes.
Again, unless you're going into some of the specialty dinings and maybe people get dressed up a little bit more.
Uh-huh. For me, dressed up is usually a dress.
Not an Elvis outfit. Not the jumpsuit. But you can see there in the evening within the audience what people are wearing with the obviously not just Elvis is very different. They do have things like, and Royal Caribbean do these a little bit as well.
The parties.
The parties on the promenade.
But I mean, we can see plaid there. There's a gentleman in a check shirt.
Yeah.
That's because it's February.
That's also true. It's not the warmest time of year.
That tall child.
Very, very tall. But you do get people who will, for instance, for the carnival one on here, will bring some masks on. They do sell them on board, obviously, as an opportunity to make money, so of course they go sell them. But you do get people who will take on the masquerade ones.
Yes.
Like you do on certain Cunard ones.
Yeah.
So it's different for different ones.
I think it was carnival because we were coming up to carnival time.
Yeah, it was.
So February.
Around that time.
Yeah.
But even in sort of the yacht club side of it, where maybe I expected it were going to be a little bit more dressy, I'm glad it wasn't.
No.
My preference is more relaxed.
Yeah.
It was just as relaxed as in the rest of the ship.
Oh my God, Lindsay.
And even when you sort of eating a prawn sideways in...
Oh, here we go.
Virgin.
Oh.
Now, Virgin, for me, is the one where, maybe on par with Cunard, you probably have to take the most outfits.
Yes. I mean, I was going in my jeans there. Oh, look, I'm well impressed there. But yes, you're right, because sometimes you have 3 outfits in one night.
In one night, yeah, not the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And I think that along with Cunard from its more formal attire,
yes,
Virgin's probably got the averagest fancy, people wearing fancy outfits. I don't mean fancy dress.
No, people...
But wearing really snazzy outfits.
People really do dress up for Virgin.
Which I think a lot of people who've not necessarily been on it wouldn't appreciate that.
No, people do dress up. Evenings are very evening-y.
Yeah. Incredibly chic.
Yeah.
And again, if you've not been on Virgin, you might not expect that. We're going to look at Scarlet night in the formal party night.
Pyjamas on there.
But you will need a lot more outfits going on Virgin than you would do P&O or MSC.
Yes.
For certain.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Princess.
Love me a princess ship.
Now, Princess has probably been one of the ones that's changed in its dress code most over the sort of past couple of decades, where I think it used to be a lot more formal than it is now. Mm-hmm. And now it tends to be more relaxed, sort of in between sort of Virgin and P&O.
I guess so. I'm just trying to think. Because this, again, we're in a speciality restaurant, so I've got a speciality outfit on.
Yeah, but when you look there, that's late night at a silent disco.
Again.
The outfits that people are in are
as if
very casual.
But still smart, as though you're going out for the evening.
Yeah. And that's something that follows across.
Yeah.
All of them. You know, there's only Cunard, which when we get to that, which is the real outlier, where it is very different to the other cruise ships in an evening. Mm-hmm. Most of the other ones are similar. I said Virgin, a little bit more chic on it. Princess tends to be, dress how you fancy, but people tend to dress at the nicer side of fancy.
Kind of fancy. Oh, jeez.
Is that you having some sort? Oh, that were grappa, wasn't it? I was going to say tequila.
And I did all the red wine. I did the thing where I mixed my drinks. I mixed them.
Wasn't a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Where do you think that Virgin sits in that scale then?
I thought we were doing Princess.
Sorry, Princess sits in that scale.
People dress up for Princess. Again, it depends on the destination, because in Alaska that was a different kettle of fish altogether.
Yeah.
But again, this is not necessarily a fancy night. This is speciality night. I'm in Alaska. That's why I've got a furry thing on. Again, it's now celebrity.
Yeah.
And it's not cold, so I've got a kimono on.
Yeah, it's a bit warmer at this part now.
Yeah.
Again, celebrity like Princess is one of these that's renowned for being a little bit smarter. Mm-hmm. And certainly it's definitely a level above P&O and MSC, generally speaking, in terms of what people will wear in the evening.
Looking now, we've got people in shirts, we've got ladies in dresses and trouser outfits.
You just still do get men who'll put a polo shirt on, and ladies who might be in jeans and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But it's less of them.
Yeah, I would say the T-shirt is a smarter T-shirt rather than just a crew neck T-shirt. It's got something snazzier to it.
You probably got it where on Celebrity and Princess in the evening, you got 2/3 of people who are dressed more like date night dressing.
This date night dressing, that's the way to go.
And maybe MSC and P&O is less than that.
You're not on a date.
It's not that you're not on a date.
You've gone to the supermarket.
No, I'm not necessarily saying you're in Aldi at that point. I'm just saying that you tend to see more people. A majority will dress up.
A couple's activity that happens that's not a date.
The cinema.
Cinema,
yeah,
yes.
It's a cinema outfit.
Yes.
That sounds better than going shopping at the supermarket.
Yes, a cinema outfit.
And next we are going on to Cunard.
Oh.
Now, Cunard was the cruise line that terrified me before we went on it.
Terrify you.
I had complete expectations that everyone were going to be in ball gowns all the time.
Ball gowns all the time.
Well, every time you saw a clip of Cunard, it were people doing ballroom dancing.
I mean, their advertising, their marketing does not help. Everyone's like a size 8 in a sheath dress.
Yeah, but the reality is, I think that you definitely do get the majority of people on Cunard in an evening dressed up, but not dressed up in tie and things. So you saw me a second ago and I had a jacket and shirt on. There was no tie needed with it.
No, that's...
on formal nights.
On formal nights, yes.
That's different.
Speciality, no, you didn't need a...
And you'll see the gentleman behind us there.
Are we in veranda here?
Yeah.
Oh, that bread.
So this isn't a formal night.
No, but we've gone to a speciality restaurant.
So we've got a jacket and a shirt on.
Yeah.
And you've got a nice dress on. And,
yes.
But that's pretty much every night. So even if you're going in the main dining room, that's what the vast majority of people will be wearing.
Yes.
And ballroom dancing.
Ballroom dancing, yes. Look, there's some... Everybody's... Again, dresses, shirts, and this is not a formal night.
No, but it's people dress that little
bit... Date night.
I think it's above date night.
What do you mean? What's
I think because I wouldn't necessarily put a jacket on every time I went on a date night. I'd put a nice shirt on.
It depends on where we're going for the date.
And
though.
depends whether it's in February. But otherwise, it'd be sort of a nice shirt. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think you generally find that most of the men, and you'll see it in the background and stuff like that, most of the men will be wearing a shirt. Be wearing a jacket in the evening.
This must have been a formal night because there's a lot of jackets.
No, it's not the formal night. This
Really?
one. No.
Are we sure?
Yeah, positive.
Okay.
Formal night parties and bits. We had surprisingly very little footage of us at P&O formal stuff. So we've literally got a couple of pictures to show that people do dress up.
Yes, there you are.
And look smart. So people think you might not do that. But that was all that we had across all of them.
I need to take that jacket of yours to the dry cleaners.
We do. And we need to go on another P&O cruise so I can get some more footage of that.
Yeah.
MSC.
Yes.
So their big one, you touched on it earlier, White Night.
White Night. Now, I made a mistake on White Night. Not that because I wasn't wearing white, but because we went for sushi.
Yeah.
Which has soy sauce.
Well, if you look down in the atrium there.
Yes.
That was on one of the Chic nights, so we were dressed like that. But on the White Night one, earlier on in the evening, there's about maybe a third of people are in white outfits.
Yeah.
They'll go get the meal and then get changed.
Yes, that's what
Later
we should
in the
have.
evening, it was probably about 75-80% of the ship were in white.
Yeah.
And we probably should have done that too and made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I didn't spill anything, but it was right at the end of the meal I realised I was wearing white.
Yeah, and then panicked.
Virgin
Scarlet Night. Oh. So Virgin don't have a formal night as such. As I say, people just tend to get dressed up snazzier anyway.
Yes.
And we've got plenty of stuff on Scarlet Night on the channel already, so if you want to look at that a lot more, there are videos for that. But this is the closest that they have to that. When they started out, it was wear a splash of red with something.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty much everyone on the ship wears red.
Just go full red.
And what percentage would you say of the ship take part in it?
95% of the ship.
Yeah. If you're going on Virgin, you do need to take an outfit that's red focused.
Yes.
You get people wearing lots of different stuff.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of people are in red on that evening. Mm-hmm. And especially by the time you get to the pool party end of the night, you pretty much don't see anyone up there who's not in red or got something red on.
No.
There are one or two around on there, but very, very few. And by the time it's packed, when it's just about to start, it's absolutely crazy.
Can I just say that I wasn't meant to get in the pool in that dress?
You took a spare outfit to get in the pool in.
Yeah.
But that outfit stayed in the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Princess. Again, you don't necessarily always get £4.5 million necklaces, but they did let you try one on formal night.
They did.
Because we thought, we'll ask and see if they'll let you try it on, because they had it advertised at $4.5 million. And you had your fancy dress on, you're like, I could try it this day.
You know what? I really rocked that necklace.
It can stay there, though.
What, on my neck?
Yeah. They were fairly confident you weren't going to run off anywhere, given we were out at sea at the time.
I also had heels on.
You did. You weren't going to get far.
And been drinking.
Princess
Hello, Elliot.
People do tend to get dressed up a lot more on Princess. And Ken as well.
Ken.
You do get a lot more people in traditional dicky bows and suits, but they tend to wear brighter colours nowadays.
Yes.
It's like Ken on there with the white and blue.
Yeah.
And Elliot with his shinier one.
His gold one, yeah.
Celebrity.
Okay. Chic night.
Yeah. It's really not that much different to the rest of the normal time on Celebrity. You don't see on the Chic nights everyone dressed up a lot more, because people tend to be dressed up a little bit more anyway.
Yeah, and also with Celebrity on Chic night, it depends what you've been doing during the day, whether it's a sea day, and whether you've then got a port the day after.
As to how much people bought.
Yeah.
For me, it's the least impressive of the formal ones.
I mean, people look lovely.
Cunard. Oh. The definition of a formal night. They now call them gala nights.
Yes.
But the vast majority of people on the ship will be in black tie. Now, that can be a bow tie or a tie-tie. And the ladies are all in sort of very, very elegant frocks.
And they have themes. The outfits have themes.
They do. You get sort of the masquerades one, the red and black, black and white, roaring 20s.
Yes.
Is
there a red and gold as well?
Red and gold. So you do find them on the calendar. Once you're booked, if you log into the calendar on the website, you can see what yours is.
Yeah.
That was the Roaring Twenties one there.
Yeah.
But it is the one where you are absolutely expected to take part in it or
Yeah.
eat in the buffet.
Yes.
But that brings us up to the end of the video as you're enjoying your lovely veranda bread, Linz.
Well, I need to get another black and white. I can't wear that dress again on Cunard again, can I?
No.
Well, thank you, darling.
Cheers, Linz.
Cheers. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.